Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season 2 of the Bernardisa Talk Show. And today, on my show, I have contemporary artist Antra Srivastava, who has been working professionally for more than 2 decades and has showcased her work across the country and internationally. A graduate with honors in English literature, she's a poet and a translator. Well, Antraji, welcome to the talk show. Antraji, I've seen your post, your updates on Instagram, Facebook, and I want to understand from you how did it all begin? How did this painting or getting being an artist all started?
So I always had this inclination towards art since my childhood, and it all started after getting married. Like professionally, I couldn't take any formal training because there was lack of awareness. You can say, like my parents, they didn't actually think that I could make career in the art field. So somehow I could not take formal training in art. So, and later on, when I got married to an army officer, so then all like this all started. Like my husband was very keen art lover, so he encouraged me to get into this professionally.
Right. So that's where all this journey began. Also wanted to check with you, like, as an artist, when you showcase your art and people come around across wherever you have been posting your art, the museums, the galleries, how does it feel?
Okay, that's you see, when your work is acknowledged, it's obviously a great feeling, when you are accepted. Even if you are not a formal trained artist, when you are accepted in this world, it gives a great feeling. So for me, as a self-taught artist, it is a wonderful feeling.
Right. And apart from doing this lovely artwork, you are also an poet. And I am seeing that your published works every time on Facebook someone tags you in one of the poetries. You give
Yeah.
them a comment, you reply to them, you guide them. How did poetry began?
Poetry happened actually much later in my life. Like it was always there inside me, but I didn't know how to express myself. So it is said like when you are in pain, then only you get into your real self. Then only you can emote well. So when I lost my mother in 2015. I was coping up with the pain, and that was the time I started writing. So it all started from there. So and after that, like, in the beginning I was writing in English, and then my mother used to write in Hindi, so I thought it's a very nice way to connect to my departed mom through my poetry. So I started writing in Hindi. So I started finding solace, a lot of solace in writing in Hindi. So there my Hindi writing began. So I found for me, writing in Hindi is much more like I don't know how to say that, but
Right.
that gives me a lot of solace when I write in Hindi.
Right, right. I'm sorry for your loss, but then as you said, the pain
Yeah,
is what brings out the real talent. Uh,
yeah, yeah,
that's what they said, right? The dard
yeah,
jo hota hai, and that's what the
absolutely.
poetry is all about. Your pain, your
Yeah,
journey, and that makes you the greatest. Because
yeah,
everyone at different points have a different types of pain. Everyone goes through different types of pain,
true, true.
but the problem is a person who can overcome the pain, who can take it as a challenge and bring a change in his life. I think that's what a poet is all about.
Yeah, I think art is the only thing which can take you out from the pain. Like
Right.
in my journey, I have felt like art is the only thing which can keep you going in the life. Yeah, it gives you a lot of strength,
Right.
whether it's art or it's poetry.
Right. And since we're talking about poetry, would you like to recite a few lines from your poem? Any of your
Okay,
favorite poem?
okay. I have written one. poem about myself, like
Okay.
so like you say, you know, आप कई बार होता है ना, you feel out of the crowd, like you feel you are not from this world. Like I always have this feeling like I don't belong to this world. So this is dedicated to all those women and all those girls who feel just like me. Okay.
Right. Please
So
go ahead. Sure.
yeah, this is caption of this poem is नीले दिल वाली औरतें.
नीले दिल वाली औरतें.
हाँ जी.
Okay.
कुछ औरतें जन्मती हैं नीले दिल लिए, वही जो बंजारों के पास होता है, फ़कीरों सा बेपरवाह मुक्त, चिड़ियों की तरह बना लेती हैं घोंसला कहीं भी, चीज़ों से ज़्यादा यादें सहेजने वाली, ज़िंदगी के हर रेशे से प्रेम करती, पक्षियों के टूटे पंख चुना करती, वृक्षों की भाषा समझने वाली, कविताओं में जिया करती है। हृदय की नीलिमा अक्सर आँखों में उतर आती है, आस पास तैरने लगते हैं उसके अपने गुलाबी बादल, खुद की आकाश गंगा बनाने में माहिर है कमबख्त, दुनिया बड़ी खींचती है, उसके नीले दिल को कमज़ोर बताती है और करती है धमनियों में लाल रंग भरने की कोशिश। लाल रंग नीले में तब्दील हो जाता है, बाकी जीवों की तरह उसकी जगह बन जाती है, ठंडा नीलापन उबलते दिलों को ठंडक देने लगता है।
Well, that was a lovely poem, Antaraji. Something, that every woman, I think, could relate to. Now, this
Hmm.
brings me to my last question here. What is your message for the young poets out there, aspiring artists, painters?
So my journey taught me to listen to your heart. Like I'm no one to give message to anyone, but what I felt, it's important to listen to your heart, and one should listen to their calling. That is most important thing.
Right.
And I think one should become a serious practitioner, whether it's art or a poem. One should get serious about these things because these are very rare things, and very few privileged people are bestowed with these kind of talents. So my
Right.
appeal to all those artists and the poets, to just listen to your heart and listen to your calling, and take it seriously, that's it. That's the only message I want to give.
Right. Well, Antaraji, thank you so much for taking out your time and being on the show. And dear listeners, if you have any queries with regards to art, artwork, or how to conduct events, and how to write poetry, you can always drop a message to Antaraji. You can also drop a tweet or text to me. And I hope Antaraji would be very happy to assist you all.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here. And it was a wonderful, wonderful show. This was my first podcast, and I am so happy about it. Thank you so
Right.
much.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Antaraji, for being here. Thank you so much. You
Thank
have a
you.
great day.
Thanks.